home to the Georgia Southern Eagles, but trust me, it can get a little ugly if you come in here and you're not an Eagle. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Georgia Southern Eagles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Jacksonville State's offense takes the field. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Off the play fake. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Pitts. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Here he goes breaking the pocket. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. He's going to pass. He looks that one in nicely. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Eagles offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They'll ride Davis here. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Movement here from the tight end. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. At midfield, he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. At the 35, he's open. And they swarm him under. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? They'll try to power their way ahead. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Power football with the run. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. An 84-yard drive there, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
On second down, he'll fire. Takes the easy completion. Tackled immediately after the catch. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. To the air on first down. And they got him for the sack. Whoa, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Now they'll run the draw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team gets the job done and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Off play action on first down. Finds his big tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Here comes the speed on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the first down and getting down. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads it left. He's got it. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The offense in hurry-up mode.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
That's reeled in. It's Davis. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Second down coming up. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Georgia Southern will snap it in the red zone. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Eagles!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Wants to throw on third down. Looking to scramble. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Looking to buy time. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. On second down, they'll take to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A little screen to the running back. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to make magic with his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First down here for the offense. Wilson on the carry. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
At the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one deep. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Got a man, it's Pitts. They get him down after he makes the catch. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down.
At the 33. Brings up.
He wants to throw it again. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. They go to the ground. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Georgia Southern, 14. Jacksonville State, 10.
On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David. Going downfield for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. That is just a punch in the gut for any offense. The give to Davis. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Now on 2nd down. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Got room at the 35. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal block on the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's got it. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense wants to bring the heat. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Eagles. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
Jacksonville State, 10.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it down the right side. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Northern Illinois.
Wants to throw on first down.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll go to the air. Looking for a big gain. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Second down after that incompletion. They're going to test the right side with this one. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. If it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Eagles are marching down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wants to pass. He's got it on the run. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll keep it on the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Stumbled to the ground.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
They'll send out the kicker here. Splits the uprights. It's good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, the ground game. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. The Gamecocks get it past the sticks. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. To the ground with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Wilson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The give to the single back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Working the middle, it's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And they've moved closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Number 16, set to kick off.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. From the gun, give on the inside. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The hand to the running back. That ought to be enough to move the chains and give Georgia Southern a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run to the left. And the runner is down, and so is the flag.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll ride Davis here. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He'll pull it down. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Holding, offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Hunter. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. A first down for the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion.
Brings up 2nd down.
He'll keep it himself. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back, he sees his guy, and he knows he's open, but watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Jacksonville State, 31. Georgia Southern, 20.
On the run from inside his own 5. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. He'll start this drive firing. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
This is a receiver that is so good at running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of this route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Mississippi State has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up 14 over LSU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Handoff to the single back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on 1st down. He leaves it with his back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. Looking to throw on second down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Right back to the well. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down. Quarterback adapting. He's going to run it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
First down for the offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Jacksonville State.
He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Just about set to kick it away.
Jacksonville State, 38. Georgia Southern, 31.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's a first down.
The inside handoff. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the lone running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Eagles pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Turns it on in midfield. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Here comes the offense on second down. They move the tight end all over. They'll run play action. He's going for it all. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the pass. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking down the middle. It's complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He'll set up to throw, using his legs to buy some time. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I mean, you better bring your big boy pads if you're going to play in this one.
Big boy pads, big boy helmet, big boy underwear. You better bring it all with you because these are two great teams. We talked about it all week. Mirror images, going at it. Who's going to make the plays late to take this over the top?
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Keeps looking downfield. At the 40, there he goes. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little space. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On second down, wants to throw it. He finds his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He's looking to throw it. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Movement here from the tight end. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You know a field goal can tie the game right now. You have to at least give yourself a chance to do that. So I don't mind maybe taking some shots, but every time you drop back, you're risking taking a sack. You've got to dial up plays right now, I think, that are high percentage throws. You've got to run the football to at least give yourself an opportunity to push this game into OT.
And here comes the field goal unit. No need to look right or left, just kick it right down the middle for the game. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Celebration is wild on the sideline as they've taken the lead in the final second. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Man, that was exhilarating, incredible game from start to finish, and I mean the very finish.
And you have to dial in at those moments, right? It's easier said than done. Oh, I'm going to call this, but in the clutch, when you need it the most, you got to put possessions together. You got to get in the end zone to come through. This offense has got to be jacked.
Looking back on it, too, was there ever any doubt that that was the guy they were going to go to when the game was on the line? This dude's been making plays all season long. You've got to put the ball in the hands of your best playmakers in situations like that, and that's what they did.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation